Hey everyone, I'm Joe Talari with Metro Heating and Cooling.
And I'm Justin Jobe. I'm with Enertech USA.
And today on the HVAC show, we're going to be going over geothermal.
So now that we're taking a look at the actual unit, this happens to be an Enertech YT model. This is one of the most common packaged units that we offer. You can see here, this is where we have all of our low voltage connections. Now, this is the way it's going to ship from the factory. However, you're going to want to remove this cover and dispose of that. And so personally, I always put this screw back in because it's the same screw that holds on the front cover for this once it's all put back together, and this way you have a spare. But you can see here we have all of our low voltage connections. So over on the left-hand side here, this is all of our thermostat connections. This is kind of broke into two sides. These do unplug, so you can pull one of these terminal strips out to wire it up. And you could also use it for a jumper situation. So as a service tech, one of the things that I would absolutely carry is what's called a mag jumper. And so you can see here, because of these screws being recessed in these deep holes, it's really hard to use your standard alligator clip jumper wires. So anytime working on a Geo unit, one of the best tools is a mag jumper. And they have ends on them that are small magnets, and they extend deep enough to stick down and stick to the head of the screw. So anytime you need to do something service related, mag jumpers are a really fantastic tool to have in your tool bag. Definitely recommend it, and that is the brand name on them, mag jumper. Anyway, going into how we wire the actual variable speed flow center to the YT unit, like I said, you have all your thermostat connections over here. You do have RNC. This is your standard 24 volts coming from the transformer built into the unit. All Enertech units come, or all the YTs come with at least 100 VA transformer, so there's plenty of power to power these accessories. And so what we're looking for here, we need the 24 volt signal, so we need RNC. However, we also need the Y2 to tell the flow center that we're running in second stage operation. And then we also need a way for the unit to, the flow center to know that the unit is running. And in this particular situation, what we use is the open loop solenoid switch. So over here, we've got our accessories. And in this particular application, we're gonna use accessory port A, which essentially is just sending a 24 volt signal to our flow center to tell it that the unit is running. So when everything's put back together, you will have these plugs in place and all of your low voltage wiring coming out here. So let's do that real quick. All right, guys, you can see here that we have all of our low voltage wiring hooked up. On the left-hand side, we have our thermostat connections. On the right-hand side, we have all of our accessory ports. On this particular install, there is a humidifier, so you will see a wire go into the HUM. But we're here to look at these four wires right here. These are the four that are running over to our variable speed flow center control. So first, running from left to right, we have a blue wire that is going to Y2 to tell the flow center that we're in second stage. We have the red wire here is running to the R for our 24 volt power. We have the white wire running to the C for the common. And then we have this green wire, which on the flow center side was hooked to ACC. On the unit, we're hooking to A. On this particular model, this in the manual is for open loop solenoid valve actuation. So essentially this sends 24 volts every time the unit fires. Every time the contactor fires, this sends 24 volts. So that's the terminal you want to use on this particular model. This may change on different Geo units, but what you need in order to wire up that variable speed flow center, you just need a way to tell it whether it's in first or second stage, and you need 24 volts, power and common, and then a way to turn it on and off for it to let it know that the unit is running. So we'll actually fire this unit up here. We're ready to do that, and I'm going to do that with the mag jumpers. And so in this particular situation, I'm going to go from R over to Y1. And you can see here that we just got our contactor made. The unit's actually already running, compressor fired, fan is ramping up, and the variable speed flow center is running.